What's up, YouTube? Hopefully you can hear me okay and the music isn't too loud. Just untangling a wire or two a minute. Basically, I've been playing on Koi Stream and just need to sort that out. That's better. So kind of an infusion series. We're going to be doing Pokemon fused with Ben 10 Aliens, if I recall, which is quite cool. Let's go to that because you know who I am. So yeah, how's everyone doing on this Friday evening? It's 10 o'clock or gone 10 o'clock here in the UK. Clocks have changed, so they've gone back an hour for us or forward an hour, however it falls. I think it's back an hour. I don't know. Anyway, it's just how it is. So yeah, but other than that, I'll say a couple of hellos and we'll get started. Hello to Ark, Ben, Matthew, Red Knight's in there somewhere. Let's move this a minute though. Well, I don't have the full windowed version of this now. Interesting. Oh, that's quite a cool feature. Right, let's do that. So just getting the reference images up so I can see them. I can see the stream here. I do know we have people potentially from Facebook and Twitch if they join. But yeah, let's get on with this. So let's bring this back to our normal layout. Let's have a look at if any cool poses to do before we start sketching in. Ark, what to draw? Draw. Where should we get you to draw? Draw angelic demon meeting your favorite Pokemon while having Pickle Rick from Rick and Morty in there somewhere. Alright. Make sure I got the right brush, right color. Cool. So I don't really know completely the pose I want for this because these two characters are really good characters to do, which is the Lucario and the Feedback. I kind of want it to fuse them together, and I've seen quite a few poses in my references. So let's have a look at what references I've got at the moment, and we'll see what I can do. Hopefully I've got some fun ones that I can play around with. First question is it an action pose? Is it more of a chilled, cool looking pose? I suppose Feedback's quite laid back, so I want a bit of a chilled pose, like a, yeah, not really, interested, but not really interested in it. So that would make that a potential pose. Let's move that over to that side. Reference storyboarding. You can't see what I've got, but I've got tons of references currently. Just to give me an idea of what I'm doing for this one, because it's a bit of an interesting one. I think we'll go that for the initial pose. That's quite a nice pose. And we'll see what happens. You've seen a lot of Ben 10 Pokemon fusions by Copy Creator on Instagram. I've never even heard of them. That's interesting. Well, hopefully they haven't done the one that I've done, but it doesn't matter because this is in my style, and we'll start by focusing on the character. Bit of a nonchalant, chilled look. So what is everyone up to on this Friday evening or afternoon, depending where you are in the world? I mean, for me, it is evening. I'm doing a humanoid shape to start with, but obviously they have humanoid shapes, these two characters, and then they will change to be more non-humanoid as we go along. Oh yeah, you got D&D, haven't you, Ark? How's your gel sign doing? So, I guess the question is there anything anybody excited for happening in 2025? There will be some channel changes. 2025. I've already decided I'm going to be changing a bit of the structure of the redraws next year. So next year, from January's redraw onwards, I'm not going to just automatically send the final product of the redraws. You need to request it. Which I will be putting at the end of the November redraw and stuff about that. A number of factors, time constraints. I don't always get a chance to do them straight away, and some people do get impatient behind the scenes. I won't mention names, but there are people that have gotten a bit impatient about where it is. And also, it's just, if you want it, I've got it, but it just saves a bit of time on my day doing it when work's really busy around those time of years, which is quite good for that side of things. Obviously, not everyone's going to be happy about that, but end of the day, I am happy to send it, but you have to let me know after the email or after the video's live that is something you're interested in. And if it is, then I'm happy to send it at that point because you've made an effort to get a copy. Fine. If you're not going to make an effort and you're expecting it, tough. Seems a bit mean, but it does have its reason for it. And there's other reasons as well, but fine. In terms of part 2 of the redraw, I've still got a drawing to do and the last of the script to finish off because I broke it into 2 parts out of the bits. Ark, I told you, draw Angelic Demon meeting your favorite Pokemon with Pickle Rick standing somewhere in the scene. And Pickle Rick's a character from Rick and Morty. In fact, this is Pickle Rick. Just to show you, slight change to it. This is Pickle Rick. Take a screenshot while you can. He's no bigger than the size of an actual pickle or a rat. Hey, Ark, you asked for it. If you don't want to draw it, draw something else. You don't have to draw it, but you asked what to draw, so I've given you what to draw. I don't think there's anything wrong in what I've done. Whether you like it or not. Mwah. Yeah, some people always will, but they need to request it as of January, after Christmas. The reason is I will be busy. January is the busiest time of year with work. That's one reason. So being the fact that it's a super busy time, that's just a thing. It's just gonna be, there's no two ways about it in my book, basically. It's a case of, it's just how it is. In terms of the second part of the redraw, it will be done next week. I don't know if it'll be done for Monday, so it could be a live stream Monday and Friday, but there will be a video in the week with the redraw part 2. I need to double check how I've planned to do something on it, because it does dictate a little bit of how things go. But at the same time, it is quite a cool concept so far. Although I did realize 70% of the submissions were demons, which I was not expecting. So it that was the hardest. It's the hardest one to pick or draw or do anything with at the moment, to be honest. Mainly because it's such a large percentage. Which is like, damn. But I did enjoy the story for part 1, so part 2 is going to be interesting. Did you ask for the drawing? Oh, did you ask for a drawing? I would have sent it to you automatically, Art. That's not an issue. Oh, I'm saying from January 2025, if you want a copy of the redrawn artwork, you will need to request it in a message on the Discord, via the email that you submitted, or something after the video's gone live. That's what I'm saying. Now you understand, yeah. It's for a number of reasons. One, January is a super busy time for my normal work, so I won't have time to always remember. And two, if people want it, then let them request it. Things are getting really manic at the moment with a few bits and bobs here and there, so it's like, need to sort things out. Doesn't look right. Why does the legs look too big for the body, but they are right for the body size? I think it's the upper body portion that's wrong. That needs to be brought larger and further, I think. That's a bit better. Yeah, the upper body portion was a little bit out of whack. Oh, go up. Dennis T, welcome to the stream and thank you. Hey, nerd. So working with Pokemon, I can't see that going wrong. Yeah, you can't see that going wrong, and then it does go wrong. Oh, I know why I went wrong on this illustration so far. Speaking of that, nerd, I've gone wrong already from the start, but that's fine. That's on the wrong layer. Is it that there? Yeah, that's not I want it to move. So I'm going to fuse Lucario feedback, which is going to be an interesting fusion, to be honest. They both have long hair type bits, which is going to be quite cool, quite a factor in this. So I'm going to have that in there, but I'm also going to... I've taken a ref where it's quite a... I think it'll capture the personality of feedback in Lucario's design when I do it, but it's also a case of it's... one of those ones where I've got to get the next few bits right for it to make sense. And why have I got an object layer? That's better. You can draw whatever Pokemon you want in your illustration that I gave you to do art. It's whatever you want. If that's your favorite Pokemon, fine. But I also know there's a lot of things on the internet around that. So if you do it, I may not do a showcase at the end of this one. Also, I've done about 5 hours worth of driving today, so I might not do a showcase at the end. But I am having fun with all these fusion type concepts that we're working on. Right, so let's have a decent picture of Lucario and feedback side by side, because I've got two nice pictures of them. Just to put them together. Where's the other one? Yeah. Okay, that one there. That one there. Those would be good concepts next to each other. I'm loving PureRef. I can't stress enough for reference images in one spot on your machine from a folder. It's amazing. Okay. So Lucario's got ears that come up here. And potentially here. Obviously he's got his tail. It's more of a design, but I'm going to tweak that. So that's fine. The tail can come later. He's got bits that come out here which go around the back. Basically is long. Well, it's dreads basically. How confusion of Charizard and Heat. That's not a bad idea, Zombie Demon. Red Knight, you won't know that until the next one's done. So I'd stop saying I don't think it's picked or anything like that. To be honest, that's not going to change the outcome whatsoever. So yeah, I'd say it's down to pot luck what gets picked. The fact that a lot of people submitted a lot of varying designs for most of the races that I suggested, it means it's a case of you just have to wait and see. But anyway, you said you're going, so bye Red Knight. If you drop back in, feel free to. If not, then we'll catch you a bit later. Ben Nerd. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm not worried about that one. Tegan, what to draw? Angelic mouse and demonic cat meeting zombie dog. Nerd's got a hypothetical question. If you had to have some of your OCs on Death Battle, who would they fight and who would win? Oh, Nexon would fight Benny Sharp. I think it'll be a tie. Ehrenfold would fight Godzilla. Demonica, I'd probably have her fight Loki for the fun of it. Not really sure on anything else on that one. Oh, also, there's a new form to suggest a redraw theme. A lot of you have quite a few good suggestions, and I didn't want to lose them. So I've created a brand new form, like the video suggests, that is specifically for redraw themes that I'll take and I'll look through and see which one's the most popular to plan for a future redraw. All right. So that's that, but I don't know about having those. I am pretty much just drawing Lucario's features on for now, and then on Nebula I'm going to draw the features for, or the key features for feedback, so that we've got the concept. Because on the shoulders we've got these. I mean, that's not the original feedback. I like the original feedback, but I couldn't find a decent image of them. Oh, wait, there we go. I stand corrected. I've got the original feedback. I don't want all the extra things on the arms. I like it on the fingers, though. Those are quite cool, having these bits here. And this is potentially going to change to... Thumb's going to have it on there too. These are actually going to start picking them up around here for feedback. So you've got the knuckle bits. Obviously, there's like the white bead to the black neck. That kind of comes down the body for the most part into a V shape here, which is quite an actual cool defining feature. To have that, because that will then define that bit there, which is quite cool. Lucario does have the fur tufty bit from the chest, so I've got to figure out how I'm going to put that into there. The face is going to be the hardest thing on this fusion. The face is going to be complex a little bit. I want to keep it simple, but it's the single eye which is going to be in there. It's almost going to look like a Cyclops if I do it that way. I'm going to have to test two different eyes. Feedback also has from the top of the head these long elements, which I think I might just make part of the ears. at the composition there. They go really long, and here we'll have that, and potentially an electrical thing going through it. We've got the other one here going off, and that can go. Well, they always tend to go the same direction, kind of, but they're not going to go the same direction, so that can go off that way. And then it can come back this way. Near his arm. And the tail also has one, but the tail's a different shape, so it's going to be interesting. Maybe this stream should get a part 2 where Alien X is fused from Mewtwo, or maybe this will probably get various other ones in a stream or a video of the characters fused. I'm not entirely sure how well this is going to turn out or look, because quite a fair bit of the design is based on like Lucario's bigger legs, or the aspect of that, and then we've got some bits happening, so we'll see what happens. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Sorry, staying hydrated. It's one of the things we need to do. So, gotta stay hydrated. I should do something where if you tip, I'll drink. Although you guys will probably be sending me on multiple breaks throughout the stream. Yeah, just throw the bottle of water. Whoosh. So Kara's got quite a simple design. There are tufty bits of the neck, which I could probably add into the design a little bit. Probably to make that look a bit more thoroughly. I don't know about these side earpieces. Maybe one, I don't know. They are quite long too, so they are quite cool. And that can have one going over the top. They do come from the back of the head though, which is fine. And then maybe one that way, one over the arm, and the arm comes down this way. Potentially that hand's going to be bigger or move slightly. And then underneath we've got the tufty bits. So feedback's quite a simple design, which is quite nice because I can look to try and add some interesting bits around the side of the character. And then it's the tail. So Lucario's got a dog-like tail, which starts off big like that. That's a forever. In fact, I've actually got a Lucario here. What am I doing? I'm needing references. I got one. So his tail's that design. So it's going that way and that way. But then that's going to probably have... I'm just wondering if it needs to have the tails version here. Potentially. That could be quite interesting. I am going to do the change thing underneath, so the legs are probably going to have a pattern of black and then blue. Just tie in. The face, it does have a black and blue band. The ears have their bits up here, so I'm going to give them ears as well. The ears can lead to extra bendy bits up there. It's the eye. I don't know if I want to do one eye or two. Lucario, look at me. Lucario's got a long nose, which obviously comes down there around the eyes. And then you have the dog-like nose, and obviously the mouth goes underneath. For Lucario. What if we make it a singular eye? Just make this a complete abomination. But because it's a fusion, it's going to actually be a proper Cyclops-style eye. Kind of like a wolf nose. I don't know how. I don't think I like how that looks. I don't know. What do you think, guys? What do you think for this one, guys? Don't know if it's over complex, so it's not. I'm just going to merge these down and see what happens. Too large a selection. I think that bit needs to be much larger for the hand. I haven't actually looked at the email, Michael, in all fairness. I haven't had a chance to do anything. I've been driving for 5 hours or so today. I jumped on the Koi's live stream for about an hour to unwind when I got back in. And then I've literally jumped onto this this stream. So I haven't even looked at it. I've seen your comments on YouTube, though, if you're on what you put in here about it's not accurate and stuff. So I already know all those bits. I just haven't looked through the email to see on it. On that one. Okay, let's try with this. Let's try and tidy this up as we actually do the illustration on this, because I'm not entirely sure. Oops. Wait, was that set to select that there? That should have just selected. Why is it only selecting the... Aha, that's better. Just wondering why it was only selecting one layer out of the many that it should have been selecting. That was a little bit confusing. Looks good. Cool. I like it. I think would Ashana try to kill Arceus? Just asking. And what would her thoughts like? He's a god. She'd go to kill him. So I'm going to point this out. Ashana technically became the thing she's trying to destroy. I could be wrong. Yeah, no, you're right. She became part god, even though she's a god killer. So in theory, and I say this as theory because it's not actually been put into practice, and I'm not giving any definitives. Potentially, depending on her agenda or where the story goes, she could end up having to wipe out all the gods and then herself at the end. So it'd be interesting. But yeah, let's try and. I'm not sure I'm going to like how this is going to turn out. Maybe I should fuse them as a human warrior. Oh well. I have to figure out this style in kind of like the manifestation of these. So this is going to be interesting. It could just be the pose is just pure wrong in the first place. That would just go. You can write a skit. I will try to get around to it, but as I say, Fridays are a bit manic, so I might not get around to doing a skit in the stream. But always feel free to write a skit as long as it's appropriate. I didn't. In all fairness, I didn't see that in the comment today. If it was, I completely missed it. I was using my phone, so it's just the comments that were coming through on there, and I just replied to the bits I saw. So if there was a much larger piece outlining something, I've completely missed it. In all fairness, as I say, it's literally a case of replying while I was at work to a couple of comments that come through quickly on my phone, the long drive, and then just confirming that the email's been received. I haven't done anything. I haven't looked at any lore on it. I haven't looked at the images. I've just know that the email came through roughly when you said, and you said to delete the others, and noticed that everyone seemed to be CC'd into it. Lucario's face looks weird. Oh, I don't like the face on this. Why did I pick a character with a long nose and a character without a long nose? That could kind of work. Okay, this is where I decide I'm not happy with this. So what I'm going to do is lock that layer, turn that off, have that layer, and we're just going to create some different pose and see what happens. Just give me a second. I just want to try something. Shifting the pose may help resolve this somewhat. The nose might come out a bit longer than that, but worry about that part of the pose in a minute. Kind of want to get that, then kind of that way, piece, neck here, shoulder, curved back technically. So you're not going to see a lot of the details on the front, to be honest. I saw another pose and I was just thinking, would this work? No. Okay, back to the drawing board, back to the start. I don't like it. The proportions are off, there's things off on this. Let's try and fix this first. It's going to have Techno Wings, some X-Men Apocalypse movie, Bladefish, green. That can be fired off like feathers in the wings, and cybernetic springboard-esque legs. Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't see that on the comment. If you have put it on there, I apologize for not seeing it. It's just a case of it hasn't actually. Yeah, it just didn't. I just didn't see it. It might have been a read more. I just looked at the first bit of the comment on my phone from a thing that came through and replied, to be honest. The face got bits. It does come in quite short, like so. Maybe that nose needs to come out a bit. I don't think that's in the right angle completely. Anyway, Clay the Crater. Hi, how's it going? Hope you're having a better time than I am. I'm trying to figure out how this pose is going to work properly for the design, and for the most part, I've got most of it in my head, but I just am struggling a little bit with some elements. I just don't like how they look, but I don't know if that's just because that's me being very picky. It could be me being very picky. As artists, our critiques are, we are the worst critiquers for ourselves. Maybe that's up too high. That's a bit better. Okay, we'll go with this. I will see what we can come up with. My favorite Pokemon's Lucario. So, yeah, I've got a little figure of him. I've got Tyranitar as well and Mewtwo, but started a collection of these now. But yeah, no, I just love Lucario. I like martial arts, like the whole idea of the aura and everything else, and just think he's a cool Pokemon. What about you? What's your favorite Pokemon? Houndoom, that's a nice one, Ben. Victini, that's quite a cool, cute little one. Slowpoke. What just the original Slowpoke? That's quite cool. Is that because they've bought an evolution chain to slow King and that as well, or you just like the whole concept of Slowpoke? He's taken over your room. Wow, you must really like that Pokemon. Ah, wrong color. Helps have the right color when you're inking things. So I'm hoping this will turn out really cool in an anime style, but this is going to look really weird because this is literally a Cyclops Lucario with an electric power. It's like a weird mutated version. And I am not 100% sure how this is going to turn out. I don't like the face already. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting because I really don't like the face already. I'm looking at Lucario and I'm like, everyone draws it from the side angle because they don't like doing the face straight on. And I've done the face straight on, which is even harder to do. So it's like, that's going to be interesting. Slightly more difficult to do. That's going to be basically like that. But it doesn't join at the top. Too large. Maybe right, the Ben 10 Pokemon Fusions as SCP anomalies. No, I am not having that because I've got a series where I've got what Pokemon were SCPs and Venomized, so there's no point doing another trio factor one because it just doesn't work. That series didn't do very well, even though it was a Pokemon. I turned it into an SCP that people like. You know, they like the whole anomaly thing, gave it something fitting for its abilities, and Venomized it, and people just didn't like it. So, yeah, by people didn't like it, even though people have watched it, YouTube just didn't push it out to people. So, if YouTube's not pushing it, there's no point even doing it. Unfortunately, until you get large enough, we can do what you want. Which is a shame, but yeah. The whole point is you're doing the drawing. So if you want to draw it in your style, draw it in your style. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't need to ask permission to draw a Pokemon or something in your style if it's in the illustration. Just go for it. I know why, Dempsey, they didn't like it. Why didn't they like it, Art? Because I did some cool designs on that, and I did some cool things, but tell me, why didn't they like it? I'm curious to find out. This is going to be... They're quite cool little tufty bits up here. Yeah, that's why I said the trio thing doesn't work. So if I took the Ben 10 Pokemon fusions as SCP anomalies, that won't work because it's a fusion and stuff. If it goes down that route and becomes too complex, then there's no point even considering it. Which is why this anime style seems to be doing better, because even though I do my twist, maybe Venomize something or take a character in that, it's quite nice because it's taking an anime style which is simple, or the style that which works. I'm also really not sure I like this design, but you know, we're going with it for now. I may have picked the two terrible a combination of two which looked really cool, turns out to be really bad. Because you know, that is entirely possible to mess up what you've designed. You fuse the two. It might look cool, but it might also look really, really, really bad. That's a curved line, isn't it? I didn't want to do a curved line from here. Woo. So, who's up to date with Pokemon? Because I'm not. Although I do know True Green's put out a competition on a community post where you can you fill out a Google form, but you design an evolved form of 2 Pokemon that they've designed, and then you've got to answer a couple questions, submit them, and have them in a certain criteria. But yeah, there's 2 forms you can do, which is quite cool. You are sadly what? You're doing the competition. Why is it sadly if you're doing the competition? I need to get better at my just drawings and line arts. I need to, even though I'm not bad at them, I do think I need to reassess how I'm doing certain drawings and line arts. So they have a bit more of an oomph or effect to them. Because even though I like the clear line arts, there's some aspects of details that I put on there I don't want to. No. Oh, you know about Pokemon? Yeah, but like up to date about Pokemon. Because if you do, I know they had the series, which I haven't seen the new series. I know they're planning to see a new game. So that'd be quite interesting to see what happens. Woohoo! One day I'm just going to throw it at the camera and see if anybody's paying attention. Have they got any cool new designs happening? Because I know the market tends to get flooded with fake one and stuff, or I need to probably check out the official Pokemon website to see what the latest things are. Also, chat's very quiet. What are you doing? Are you drawing along? Has everybody left? Am I boring everybody? People appear and disappear? Can't put my status. New Zealand CA coming out. New Legends said is coming out next year. Awesome. They're suing Power World, not because of the design, surprisingly. Yeah, that's because they got told the design suing won't happen. They literally got knocked down. They just thing. And all the Pokemon fanatics, the developers wrote their free time. And all the Pokemon fanatics, the developers wrote in their free time leaked. Oh wow, damn. The fanfics. I'm drawing them so you're not boring. Nah, I'm just saying it to see if anyone's paying attention, to be honest, Ark. I'm making a character while waiting for supper. Fair enough. I need to get some food later, but I'll sort that when I sort that. If I take a break on stream with some food, I'll probably just figure something else out. Maybe I will just wonder what I could do if I do take a break on stream. That could be interesting. What could I do if I took a break on stream? I could join Coin stream and start playing Fall Guys. Nah, I don't know if that'll work. That'd be a weird one. You're going to see me and I'm playing another stream. Woohoo! This is going to be. We all agree this is going to be an abomination of a monster creature. Like I said in my title, what was it? On this one, something about what could go wrong. Yeah, what could go wrong? Just the face and everything. It looks wrong. I would like to see. That's quite a cool concept, Zombie Team. But I would like to see opposing types fused. That would be quite cool. or types we wouldn't think about, like ice and grass fused, or if it is ice and fire, maybe it's got a black fire, like a black ice and black fire or something. Because it has a dark type with it as well. Ooh. It says mouse further away, so we've got that. Ooh, he looks scary. Yeah, he looks scary. Let's do his mouth off to one side, maybe. God, that looks creepy. Feedback, what's your mouth look like? Let's go with that. What? Quite a big jaw style mouth. He does not. He's supposed to look friendly, but he's not looking very friendly to me. It looks creepy. We'll keep him at creepy. It's the Eclipse tool. Ghastly fuse with swamp fire. Oh, now that would be cool. Ghost fire or ghast fire would be quite interesting. Interesting comment there, nerd. Interesting comment. They're on the base of the fingers, aren't they? Yes, there's an extra line around the base bit here. So yeah, this is basically a complete fusion of the two, so it's going to be interesting to see how it completely turns out in the end. I don't know what the last word in your sentence is. I think it's a cool fusion idea, but it'd still be overpowered. It's like giving a god infinite godly powers, isn't it? I haven't tested that actually. Just about to test this on YouTube, guys. 1 second. Will it drop the form? I know we've got it up above, but I just want to see if it actually triggers the form like it should do. Yes, it works. So that's another command you guys have got that you can use. If you want to suggest redraw themes, I will look at them potentially at the end of the stream over the weekend. Maybe Jet Ray is the red flying alien with laser eyes. Yeah, maybe. It'd be interesting because it's kind of like a ghost with Superman vision. Drawing hands is difficult. I mean, drawing these characters is difficult enough. This is kind of like a combination that's an abomination. I'm drawing the finger bits with the conductive metal ends on them. But at the same time, I also need to draw the long spike bit of Lucario, which is going to be... Yeah, it's supposed to be like bone, but it might change to be more of a conductive material. Which would be quite cool, actually, if I made it. Quite interesting. Do we do that? Nah, have it without it. That'd be even more fun. This one would also be somewhat similar. So these spikes would potentially... But its chest should have the fur bit on it, shouldn't it? Around the spike kind of thing. The design. Is it not? No, it doesn't actually. It just has shoulder pad bits though. That's quite interesting. I didn't think about that bit. Missing an element. Interesting. Zombie Demon. Suggest draw is suggest. We don't have anything for suggest drawing for this one. If you want to do that, it's because that suggests redraw to this theme one. It should be suggest video or suggest vid. I think it suggests vid. There's a form that you can fill out if it drops it into the... Yeah, so suggest a future video. Fill out that form. It works for live streams as well. Just, you don't have to do the multiple select at the top, and it's completely anonymous. Fill out what you want at the bottom for potential fusions or something in the paragraph, and then, you know, we can do that. I don't know, Tegan. She'd probably be panicked and run away. I mean, I know she has survived the encounter with the Lethal Company universe, but yeah. That's a point. If Kingpin is about lurking, or if they're actually about anywhere, let me know when you want to do Lethal on boss level. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if we can work the time zones out. If you guys are playing Lethal, obviously. If you don't do it, then I'm not really worried about it. In all fairness. Let's get some fur type effects in there. That's going to kind of come down here. And then go to here. And back here. And then we'll have some more fur tufty bits coming out the side. What if we start fusing Pokemon with anime vampires? That'd be interesting. I don't mind fusing Pokemon with anime characters. That'd be quite a cool series. My style's much more like characters now, so this is why a humanoid character's interesting, but it's like a weird abomination combination. I don't think I really like it. I don't know about it. I'll see what it looks like when I color this in. My brain's screaming, no, what the hell are you doing? The rest of me's going, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just see how it turns out. I mean, I get an old man, but it'd be like a geriatric, like a old geezer in a film going, young whippersnappers these days don't know what they're doing. It's like, did somebody say abomination? Dubious creature on the internet. Yes, the face looks like an abomination. Potentially when it's gone, it's going to look a little bit better. But until I render it out, this looks like a scary character. I don't have things perfect in the design at the moment as well, so this is just how it's turning out. But yeah, it does look very, very scary and creepy in my mind. So yeah, this one's quite an interesting concept. I thought, yeah, let's use Lucario and Feedback. They're both quite cool. They're both, it makes sense to do that. They both got a chilled approach and that and stuff. And it just, it's just turning out not quite what I was thinking, which is, But oh well, it's fine. We'll see how it looks like when it's coloured and rendered, and see if I can make it look more horrific. Might turn out worse. Right. So that can go down that way for a leg, and that can go around that way for the leg. And that can go out that side for part of the leg. It's gonna have this weird big effect around here, and then just be like wrapped around here. Maybe a little tough bit of fur. It's just gonna come back to like a pure leg going down this way, and that's gonna go around that way. Maybe if he's in Godzilla with Jet Ray, that could be quite interesting. All that spooky stuff's your life. You grew up around the folklore of the Chupacabra. Wow. That's definitely quite a fair bit quite a scary bit of folklore to be growing up around, in all fairness. So these come back like things on the back of the head here, so let me come in like that. Actually, that'll be there. Another one coming out the back here. I'm gonna have so many weird parts of this design. It's gonna look really insane. I do kind of want to come over the front of this bit here. The other one can go around the back of it, back of that, around there, back up to there. We're going to erase bits in a minute of this to make it actually tie in properly for what we were doing. Because we've done the fur bit here, so we're going to have to do a bit of the fur bit there. I'm going to erase the bits that overlap a certain way. And then that's going to have the arm bit up there, around there to there. That's got that bit there. I guess that's got a big arm bit there. So in theory, I want to erase the bits inside of here. And then I want to erase the bit in there. I want to redraw that line back in here so they connect. Right, this is the creepy moment of truth. So what I'm going to do is do that. Make that 100%. Merge them down. Lock. Reference it and lock it. A new folder with a couple of layers, because that's what I kind of do for this bit. I'm going to start thinking about the colors for this one. So Lucario's color is kind of a... it's kind of that blue. I'll say that blue. Once I get back here, it's going to be more that blue. Which is going to be quite an interesting one to do. See what happens. Curious, who's left in the chat? Who have we got? Do we have anybody left in the chat? Because it looks like it's gone from like... a couple of... like we had 10 and it dropped to 2 and now it's back up to 5. So I don't know how StreamYard works. If you're idle, maybe it ignores you. That'd be quite interesting, because ignore the chat count in the top of what I've got and I'm seeing then. That'd be quite a fun concept, wouldn't it? Just ignore your chat count. Just do what you want. Okay, I will do. Beats me out. Yeah, I don't get how it works either, because I've got, I guess it's so many people jumping in and out. Every time I say who's still in chat, all of a sudden the count goes up and it's like, wait, what? Oh, damn it. Whoops-a-daisy. That's okay, Ark. Have a good D&D session. And we'll... I know you're probably going to have this on the background and stuff, but have a good session and we'll catch up with you a bit later on. Let us know if your character gets out of jail. Right. I kind of messed this. Oh, I want to... I'll get that color back in a minute. I didn't get everything I needed to get cleaned out on this. Rookie mistake. Actually, okay, he's kind of growing on me a little bit. Character's kind of growing on me a little bit. I kind of like where we're going with this. I will most likely go with a darker color for the base layer. So for the base bit, I don't know. I think that color, that. Yeah, there's a lot of this color on him. Do I do it black or do I do it blue? I'm going to invert his colors. Why not? That's going to be cool. I will erase that bit there. I just figured it might look cool if I invert his colors a little bit. Oh, wow. I didn't even close some lines up. I really, really, really need to fix that. Damn. Body's flowing down, body's flowing down, body's flowing down. That way. Oops, wrong there. That needs to be erased from there. That can be merged down. Reference layer, lock it. That's better. Still gonna have that coppery color. Is it a copper color? Hi, Soulstorm. How's it going? I'm glad you liked the story in the redraw that we're talking about. That's just been done. Like the whole concept of it, because you said you like the backstory. It's getting to a fun point. I'm glad when people. It's hard to explain, but it really makes a content creator's day when people get the story stuff. Like they get into the story of what's happening with the characters. I'm really proud of that thinking voice. I saw a tutorial on it and it worked really well for the hero demons doing his like maniacal plotting in his head. Which I hope you guys like that as well, because that was quite fun. It's coming together nicer than I thought right now. I will admit that I am much more happier with this. I also know that the paw changes color, so where Lucari's paws get that color, they actually should become this color, which is quite interesting. Because this gives quite a nice contrast to the character. And then they've got a cream color fur, but his is white, so I'm going to make it white like Feedback's, or gray for Feedback's kind of fur. I need to make a lighter gray for the mouth, and the eye is going to be bright green. And then I think Lucari's got a red eye, hasn't he? Yes, a red eye. Oh my god, this is going to look horrid. Ugh. Do you make it just a solid red eye? Or solid green? That looks horrible. I'm going to have nightmares. Let's see what we can do with the eye in a little bit. So I'm going to do my usual couple of layers. I feel this possibly needs to be a lighter color than what it actually is. So the first one's literally going to be me just remaking this a lighter color. Not from anything other than I just feel that now when I add the multiply layer and I do the gradient stuff we do for the effects, it's going to probably feel a bit more natural. Can reverse eye colors. I might reverse the eye colors arc on that one. Sorry, my other monitor's here and it's got a flickering screen at times, so I'm looking over this way to see what's happening because I've got the chat on here. Hey, Marin, how's it going? Don't forget, guys, you can always, do some like reactions on the chat. Be sure to like. Actually, if you're liking the video or the artwork, be sure to leave a like because that does help massively with YouTube. It's really weird, but YouTube can be a bit of a finicky master of a platform. That's a nightmare creation. Of course it is. I never said it was going to be a nice creation. It's just a fusion. I'm good, totally random guy, or Marin. I hope things are going well with you and things have gotten a bit better. I think the last time we spoke, things were going well, not going well, school, everything else was a bit all in the air. But hopefully everything is going a lot better for you now. Oh, do I want to light carve? No, I don't want to light carve. I'm just going to go straight in. I got an idea where the light and shadows are going to come for a fair bit of this. So for the most part, this is going to have a certain amount of predefined shading. But I'm going to start working through that by moving things up in the food chain, lower in the food chain. So that's going to be normal. That's going to be dropped down, and that's going to have some. Actually, I didn't see the title. Let me guess. The electric guy from Ben 10 Lucario. Yes, you're right. It is Feedback and Lucario. I wanted to make it really clear on that. I like both characters. However, I'm not sure I liked what I've drawn. So this is going to be really interesting. But other than that, yeah. Just seeing how things go, really. On these designs and stuff. Just trying to think. I guess we'll see if any of the other artist crew jump in or anything. If any of you guys want to join in chat, just feel free to jump on. Just hook a voice thing up or something, and it'll be an extra thing by the side here. It won't take long. But other than that, I'm just going to start working through the impression of this. I learned on the artist stream that we did yesterday, the collab bit, a few potential techniques that I could use for this. So we're going to see what happens. You want to join chat? Unfortunately, I don't have Discord linked up, Ark. Otherwise, I would. Also, Ark, you'd have to be able to join chat via Discord or chat. There's certain community guideline things you have to follow in age thing. So, for example, I can't have anyone who's not at least, I think, 13 or over 13 on it, because yeah, that doesn't include our mental ages, guys. 19 girls and us 2 guys. Wait, you got into a new school and there are about 21 in the class. Dude, that's an interesting class ratio. I hope you're being nice to the ones that are nice to you and respectful and all that, Marin. It goes without saying, but damn, that's a really big ratio. Oh, that's fine, Ark. I didn't know. I don't know ages. I don't ask ages because of the whole. Hang on a minute. I think I either heard something really loud going through town or a helicopter. Could be a helicopter. Anyway. So, Ark, I don't ask ages for internet safety on stuff. I won't ask ages in chat for people. There's some people, okay, some I will, because I know, obviously, I kind of know them from streams and stuff, and they're a bit older, and I can do that. But other than that, I don't tend to do public information. It just doesn't work that way. Yeah, which way do I want that to do? Let's come that way, so they'd have a few shadows that way, I think. It'll be interesting to see how this works out with color gradients, because it's going to go from blacks to blues and stuff at the end, which will look quite cool. Yeah, I worked out this really cool way of giving the impression of fur without actually doing fur. You might have, Ark, but let's face it, how often is it you remember one little snippety bit of information, like an age, out of everything else that you get from stuff? My friend would say, I'm wanted goods. I would say supply and demand might be that way, so yeah. But it is quite interesting to see how things kind of turn out. That's because that's a different ratio than what I have in the schools where, well, when I was in school. I can tell you now, we definitely didn't have that much of a ratio like that. It's usually near enough even split, if not. How am I going to do this for the face? The face is supposed to come down from. Okay, I'm going to do an actual face split shadow down like that. And that can have a shadow bit there and come back around to here, up to there. And that kind of works for the shadow bit. I need to add a shadow around this side bit. And then I actually need to shadow underneath this side. Which is a bit confusing because you think it'd be the other side, wouldn't you? At the top. But it's not. So this is kind of cool, the design, I think. But I can also use my eraser tool now, which is my favorite part, is this my favorite erasing part of any shadows and stuff. I'll zoom in on it, is when you use the soft airbrush as an eraser, and you just bring the original color back in underneath lightly. You just go over it a bit, like 50 or just over 50%, and you just tap bits in, and what you do is you soften your shadows, but they look so nice because you can do bits in the center of a shadow. For example, I can narrow that down, just focus on a bit underneath a shadow, or where I want it to be a bit softer, and it just works out really, really nice in the effect. Just a little tip for you guys. I have a question. Will there be a hero of the beast in the community show? No, there is only demons class as beasts. So there's, for this redraw, there's only angels, demons, humans, elves, and spirits. So technically beasts could go in the spirit. That's wide open. So that's kind of wide open for it. However, the heroes of the Council of Heroes, it keeps balance, but that doesn't mean that later on there may not be more added to the council to keep the balance, or less added to the council to keep the balance. It does vary, but so far that it depends on your definition of beast. I would like to create a Beast King character in my lore at some point. It should be quite cool. Where's Ben or the other guys? Ben's around here lurking somewhere. They were inking something last I saw. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think YouTube pushes out as much as it used to. In all fairness, Marin, it's a lot harder to get views on depending on your topic. I mean, we've only had 57 so far on this, and we've got like 5 in chat, which happens. But yeah. And that's for this, like, larger areas don't need to be quite so non-defined where certain light bits hit with the overlay that I'm going to use. I always want to say like the overlay, like the Yu-Gi-Oh, the exceed, summoning the numbers and the like exceed summons and stuff. I want to use the overlay network. As you can tell, I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. Watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh too, actually. Yeah, so this is going to be a overlay layer with this brush opacity and just adding some lighter elements to the design with that brush. There will also be with this brush a slight adding there, and then just an extra bit of fading on. I just want to give the impression of some light hitting the darker skin. It's very difficult to show light unless you use a completely different color, which I might play around with. So that could be quite interesting to see what happens. As I said, if there's any of the artist crew or I'd probably say Koi because they've tested it as well and set up. Any of you guys want to jump in chat? It's cool if you're about. If not, it's no worries. Yes. Okay, that's cool. There's absolutely no ways, no pressure to do it. Please don't feel you have to join the chat if you're not really fancying it. If you do, well, some guys know, and other guys can just let me know. Don't. No, feedback's kind of got a. I've got an object layer. I don't want an object layer. I want a glow dodge layer. Some of these layers, maybe a bit purple. Get a glow dodge. A little hint of it. I want this little purpley glow. No, not purple. What if I go with the original color here? And that works a little bit. I just want to bring some emphasis to some light on the character, but I don't want to do too much. Just want to highlight a few areas that might not be obvious. I think that's the best word, obvious, at that point. That's over the top, and then this goes to... Actually, I think I'll leave it at that. Actually, the overlay needs a little bit on there. Hasn't got the background on it yet, but this is starting to shape, which is quite cool. So I think I'll leave it there for now. I mean, I could do an overlay with that again, brighter, but we'll leave it at this for now because I could add some texture bits later on, so that's fine. So this is going to have a similar effect. Sorry, I tend to hold my head when I'm looking down, like this. So all you can see is me like, no, in the corner. It's a bad habit I probably shouldn't be doing. I should be showing more of my face. Hi, guys. On screen. Stay hydrated. I will need to take a break in a minute just to check on the kiddos. So these, I know it's fur on him, but I don't want it to be fur, so this is going to be more of a actual solid rendering. I want to flip it. I want to have fur for the black elements, except for the conductive bits going around, and then I want to have kind of like non-fur for the main aspect of these. Sorry, excuse me. So I need to figure out the lighting caustics on this, but I think I pretty much figured out the lighting for what I want on this side. Its left leg would be a bit darker, right? It will be, but I haven't added all the lighting on it. I get what you mean. Certain parts of it would be darker than the other one. Oh, my back's fine, he says, going. Actually, that actually clicked really well. Oh, that's bad. I'm double jointed, so a lot of my joints will just click on their own from time to time and stuff, which is quite interesting when that happens. Yeah, double jointedness is a blessing and a curse. I used to be able to do the box splits and touch my forehead on the ground behind me. That's double jointed. Got me 19 free pints in a pub when I was younger. Really good trick. I'm not confirming nor denying about any animals being in the Council of Heroes in the redraw because part 2 has not come out and I don't do spoilers. So if you want to take that however you want to take that, that's fine. But in my mind, that's me saying, I'm not gonna tell you, you gotta wait and watch it. I didn't do that bit. Again, this is the best way to add some light back on stuff. Soften them out, because you can always add an extra layer later for a darker bit. You plead the fifth. Dempsey, I pledge the fifth. No, I plead the fifth. Yeah, I don't say no. Shh, spoilers. As they say in Doctor Who. Cool, so I've got this. So this is going to be for the darker shadows, and I've tried to be zoomed out a little bit for some of these things. This is potentially where you would find the darkest of shadows, which most of these would potentially have. But I also want to bring a little bit of a that'll just be that bit completely. You've got to think where things will actually get a super dark shadow if they've got them. So, for example, this bottom bit would be here, could have the dark shadow, where it comes over the leg. And then if I really wanted to, I could probably cuff that down there a bit. Do that way to make it look like it's a bit more authentic. Oh, I also haven't been using my blur tool. Anything that's on a curve tends to be blurred a bit more. I don't know the full settings for this, but basically anything that's on a curve, you need to add a bit of a blur to it. Some will have straight lines, but when there's a curve, sometimes you don't want it to be a harsh definitive line between the two. You want to kind of like smudge them a little bit. Usually on the lighter part of the shadows, because it works better. Then you've got the harsher shadows. It's quite a catchy tune. Kind of want to make it look a bit more tougher on that hand. Of course, I'm erasing bits to lighten it up. I could drop the multiply on the layer, to be honest, but that sometimes goes a bit too much when you drop it compared to full whack. But I do have plans to bring some more. How do I say it? I've got plans to bring some more characters into play of a not quite humanoid nature later on. So it'll be interesting. Imagine I designed the members of the O5 Council. Yeah, the O5 Council is an elf, a demon, a spirit, an angel, and a human. That's why they're shrouded in mystery. You're not allowed to know who they are. Actually, that could probably be fairly... You could probably argue that's probably the case. I like the way blue picks up like an overlay that looks a bit greenish in a sense, but it works. That's nothing compared to the fact that I think I need to do a glow dodge. On a certain set of areas. My monitor's making noises. It's literally making a noise if someone's actually putting pressure on it right now, which is really weird because nothing's touching it. So, really interesting. That's not a problem, Aaron. Thank you so much for joining the stream. It's always good chatting to you, and when you get to stop by. But yes, we will see you next time, and I hope everything stays going well for you. Okay, so we'll ignore that for now. We'll go on to that one, which is these. Multiply is always a really good layer to use on Clip Studio. I did the wrong thing. I don't want to take that one out. I want to always swap to that one and then do that. I always do that. Every single time. Stop by more often when you can. I appreciate that. As long as you're free, just pop on by when it's in a stream or just leave a comment on a video. It's not a problem. So now you show up, Tegan. Tegan's been lurking. I feel I could just go. What's wrong bit? I just want to do the bits that would be like dipped in a bit in the design. That way it works nice because it looks like it's in a rivet type effect, which is really cool. These are conductive, so these will have a shine through them. So this one's going to have pretty much a something like that. That's probably going to have a bit of a shine, maybe a tiny bit of a shine. I can light carb as well, which is really cool. So I can fill a section in of a color or something that I want it to be, and then I can figure out whether it's going to have that afterwards or not. It's just going to be, yeah, it's just going to be like that. That bit's probably going to be more indented. Hey Minecraft, how's it going? You finished on Koi's stream, have you? Did you win any of the games, or was it just all for fun after you kept pushing me off the edge when I wasn't ready? Yes. Nice. It's okay, Tegan. I think Maureen's gone, but yeah, it's not an issue. Maybe the leader of the O5 Council is Connor O'Reilly's SCP Foundation. It's a Connor O'Reilly's or Connor O'Farley? You mean my narrator? Because my narrator is Connor O'Farley, not O'Reilly, O'Farley. You won a few. Nice. Yeah, the last name's hard to spell because it's actually O apostrophe F-A, I think it's Lighe. I'll have to double check the spelling, but it's literally a old-fashioned spelling. Or it's the name dates back a bit, and it's got a particular meaning, so that's why he's got that name. Let's just imagine the leader of the being a hyper intelligent frog. What, like Hypnotoad from Futurama? Because to me, that's a hyper intelligent frog. Yeah, problem is, Ben, you name an animal, it's probably been done. Which is always quite fun. I need to actually figure out, I'm going to go full screen on this for a bit. Show a bit more of this off. I need to figure out a nice way to overlay some over the top of this that's transparent as well. But this will show a bit more of the artwork going on instead of me floating around doing nothing really on the screen to help. Okay, so that's that. I can delete that and delete that because I don't need them yet. Next layer is the fur. It's basically going to be the same as the other one. I need to get the actual fur color to start with and multiply layer and see how dark that actually is. Oh, that's dark enough. That'll work. Yeah, because the fur kind of, it's hard because it blends in a little bit in some sections, but then it goes dark at the bottom because what is actually highlighted becomes different in some areas. Maybe just because the fact he's curved over himself, part of this. So part of these are going to be it's not going to have proper meaning to it. This stage, it's going to be the first kind of going to get some light, but not a huge, heavily dosed. But I don't really worry about that. Also, I duplicate that layer though. No, what have I selected to do? I'm going to crop it again, aren't I? Flatten the image. That's okay. What I wanted to do is duplicate it and not flatten the image. Why would they have flatten images the bottom option on the layer that you're going to do to go? Oh, well, it's not a problem. We're probably going to finish this in a couple of, like in next half an hour or so. But I do need to take a break in a minute. I did say I actually should take a break. I'm going to take a quick break right now. I'll put the Be Right Back banner on. Feel free to ask questions and chat. That's what we've got so far. I will be right back. I just need to do a check and refill some water. All right, I'm back. I guess no one's got any questions or art questions, which is quite cool. So let's get back to this illustration. This is actually looking better than I thought it would. If I get nail the eye or the colors in the eye, this could be a really cool illustration. I need to trust the process. In fact, that is going to be a new piece of merch in the shop. And I have to say, illustrations I do that aren't obvious going to be taken down, like this Pokemon Ben 10 Fusion, like the original characters and stuff. I will start doing more merch in the shop, hoodies, shirts and stuff. There's even notebooks and that, which will be quite cool. So be sure to check out any store links for posters and that, because I even got jigsaw puzzles. I know they're a bit more on the expensive outside, but they are not too bad. So I'm going to get one at some point and have a go building my own artwork. Might frame it too. That'd be quite cool. Oh, I didn't duplicate it. I deleted it. Duplicate the layer. That's better. See, I went away to check things and sort things, and I accidentally deleted half of my artwork. That's not a good thing to do. Let's make that an overlay layer and do that color to highlight some of the other fabricy bit. In fact, that's not even going to have much. It's more going to be a form of hairstyle, like this, where less is more and more is less, and this is going to be complicated to do. So it's really hard to define where I'm going to be doing the... Yeah. I'll just color them in solid. And then erase over them to make it a bit more nicer. And then use the soft brush, drop the size down a little bit, and just bring in a soft glow. And that's going to be, yeah, the mouth. We're finally on to the weirdest grin in the history of mouths that could ever be. Let's also save this, because I already stuck it in the folder beforehand, so you guys can't see any hidden artworks or anything. Not that there's much to see currently. I'll probably do some over the weekend. I won't promise it, but I'm considering a stream tomorrow night, maybe another one of these or something else. I'm wondering how members only streams work, actually. I might see if I can hook into that. Create a stream, create as public, and then public make it... I don't know. We'll see. I might make a members only stream and do some behind the scenes stuff or a members only VOD. That could be quite cool. So for this one, I want that slightly off color. And then we're just going to go and drop that way. And multiply it. Wow, that needs to drop in color a bit. There we go. A little bit along there with a little bit of a lighter. I can go a bit more darker on the side. Go, yeah. I think we probably just have a little bit in there on one side, just to give the emphasis of the teeth being hidden away a bit. Dempsey, did you not notice the hyper-intelligent wasp, the O5 council leader? No, I didn't notice that message. In all fairness, I thought it was the frog message. I didn't read it. I came back, I looked at a bit of chat. I even missed Tegan saying, does it look like the blue part of the face make it look like the character's wearing a mask? Yeah, it kind of does, which is kind of cool. But Lucario looks like he's wearing a mask. If I go full screen for me, because I got a reference. So Lucario looks like they're wearing a mask, because if you look at how the back bits here go on the design here, if on the front or the side, it looks like it's a mask with like a ninja mask with these bits looking like they're the trailing bits that come out. So it is quite a cool design, and it does work rather well. I'm gonna have to pose them back up. Go back up there now. Stay. But yeah, it's one of those designs where it's a case of it's designed to look like a bit like a mask and not, because he's supposed to be like a shinobi ninjas type Pokemon in a sense, martial artist. So it's quite interesting. It does look like a mask. I haven't made it fur, which I probably should have done, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so that's that, which means I must be getting onto the eye now with the green. Okay, let's see what I can do for this. I'm going to create a folder and drop them both in it, though. I feel that's probably more appropriate to then go. I don't know what I'm doing for this. Let's just see what we get, yeah? Because I know Feedback's eye is really like a vivid green. Like a really like in your face green. Like, yeah, come on. And I kind of know there's red in the middle of this. So it's kind of interesting to see the combination of green and red. Because yeah, blue and green should never be seen. It's the old-fashioned saying. So, you know, I got blue, green, and red next to each other. I've actually got the colors to make white in science. But and actually, I've got the colors to make white also in art. It's really weird. Basically, yellow becomes green in science, and then you have pure white in your TV screens. It's RGB, red, green, blue. But in art, it's red, yellow, and blue as the primary colors. You get the same effect. So go figure. Just a little bit of trivia there. I don't actually know why it is either. So if anybody does know, that'd be quite cool to actually know ourselves. I think I also want yellow. Yellow is going to be the contrasting color here. I'll set that to be a glow dodge. There is this fusion, remind me of Beelzebub from Hello Boss. Oh, the top ear bits. Yeah, kind of. But Lucario's got these little triangle bits in the ear, so I've just made them a yellowish color, which is quite interesting, to be honest, because there's no real reason to make them that color. I want this to have that, so I want this to be softer. And then we work onto the red. So this is going to be the more interesting one, because the red's going to have, I know the red's the color, but it's going to have a really dark, looks like a blood red effect to it, the starting point. And then I want to add a bit of orange because I'm going to make it quite a cool effect. So if I add that underneath, add a bit of orange into there. Actual orange. Size up. Why is that not going as orange as I expected? Is that not just... that is a normal layer, isn't it? So I guess that multiply is too strong. That's going to have some yellow. You know, let's make that more pinkish color, hot red. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Not what I've been doing for the last 5 minutes. I need to go more purple. Oh, how do I make red eyes pop again? Um, 15 more minutes, then I'm gone. That's not a problem. Thank you for coming back, Myron. Let's see what we got. So Tegan says, I might finish the drawing of the demonic cat and angel mouse beating a zombie, a dog later, and Benjamin. Yeah, that's fine, Tegan. You don't have to do it this stream. It's just, you asked what to draw, so it's just an idea of what you could potentially draw during the stream. There's no need to be set to finishing it in the stream. I know Ark often likes to finish them in the streams, but there's no real you have to do this type effect, if that makes sense. So it's all good. Let's go to glow dodge. Let's go to we'll go that one. See what happens to that one. I'm experimenting here for the eye because I don't know how I'm going to get this to get quite how I want it to be. I'm just make that normal. Wait, why is the normal color being more harder to bloody add than anything else? That's better. That's fine. And that one goes to how I want to design this. Well, that one's got to be a darker multiply over the top because I know for a fact that's going to have a impact on this where it's a slit for the eye, I believe. Wrong angle for the eye though. Let's be that way. That's starting to look a bit better. Expect that to come across there more though. Fill it out just a little bit. Let's convert that to a new layer. Here at the top. Duplicate it. Overlay it. That's not too bad. I think. Yeah, that looks quite cool. I think if I add a new layer in between, mask it to that one, set it to be a glow dodge, and set a little bit of a maybe a hot pink in there. Might not be glow dodge, could be color dodge. be overlay. Nearly. That's fine. So we've got the basis for him. I do want to go down and just darken a couple of these layers and sort some stuff up. So in the folder, normal blue color that we had. I had an extra multiply layer, didn't I? While I was tidying up. Okay, so kind of got the main emphasis of the character done. So let's do a quick save. And then I'm going to use the convert layer tool, which is really good. Make a copy of this entire character. I can lock that and turn that off. I want to duplicate that layer, turn it off, unlock it, turn the reference layer off, merge it down, add a new layer, set it to an add glow. Normally it's a warm color for this, so usually it's like an orange. Get the airbrush, up it up, and then just put on the areas where the light's gonna hit. I mean, usually if it's warm color skin, so maybe it's going to be a purplish color. Drop that down. Add glow just goes. Yeah, I don't like that one on that one. Pretty much you just build up and add where the glow is going to be, like on the face and stuff. Many of the bits where the lights are. They always get a shine regardless wherever they are. I haven't even done special effects yet, so this is going to be even more interesting in a minute. So we've still got a little bit of time. That gets merged down. That gets duplicated. I will drop a background in a minute, but I'm just going to sort this out before I do the special effects over top as well. That goes to a hard light layer, which goes, oh, that's my face. Blur, Gaussian blur, 20 to 50%. We'll just let that go across, and when I add the background, it's going to pop. I kind of like how this looks now. I'm still a little bit near, but it's starting to feel more. Starting to feel a bit more appropriate for it. And you just take that to lower it down where you want that to be. Obviously, I'm creating a new layer with a white highlight now because I'm going to do the shine in the eye to make it stand out. Oh wow, that really stands out now. And then I still need to do some effects over the top of this, but that's going to be in a minute. So what I'm going to do now is go here, create a new layer. That's going to work nicely. And then just do my border that I'm doing at the moment. It's quite a nice border, in all fairness. Wobbly. Rectangle. New layer. Overlay. They look so cool. I haven't got a name for this. Anybody got an idea for a name? Oh, Soulstorm. Thank you so much for joining. If you're still here, I will catch you next time. Have a good night, and yeah, appreciate it. Do we have any special effects? Wait. Wow. You tell it. Oh my god. Wait, what? Oh wow. Oh, let's see. Holy moly. That looks really cool. I did not realize we had focus lines and stuff like that. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is going to be insane. Burst. Just a... bursting out from around him. Woo. Just impact. Oh, this is for the comics, isn't it? Oh, wow. So the scattered focus line, just doing that. Whatever I did. Just works really well. And then the second one, third one. And you add. Delete. I still like that one. That's quite not that one, sorry. This overlay one that we had, which could be a... What if I... Ooh. Where is it? Maybe it doesn't pick it up because it's not enough. Ah, wrong there. That's kind of cool for background bit. Still not done with what I'm going to be doing on this, but that's kind of cool. I want to create an aura. But I was looking at the special effects more than anything else. Do we have any lightning effect? Nope. Glitter's the closest. Yeah, that won't work on that layer. I need to do on the airbrush. That might work. Off an electrical atmosphere around them though. No worries, Myron. Thank you for joining again, and we'll catch you next time. And yo, Rick Spicer, how's it going? Just passing through. High five, Dempsey. Nice work. Have a great night, all. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Do I want that to be more electrical type? Don't like that brush. I think the soft brush is probably the best brush we have for doing auras. Just need to find a nice color, but I can work with that later. Trying to build that little bit of aura that you have around, almost like an electrical energy as well. It's going to be, depending on what is on, it's going to be quite a glow dodge. Glow dodge, I think it is, because that's going to be more quite cool. I think this is standing out really well now. I'm starting to see the electric effect over the top, but this is quite a nice glow to this one. I'm hoping this one is looking really, really cool. Nice bit busy tonight. Yeah, it's been a busy day for me too, but yeah, that's not a problem. Completely appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much. And what I do is I can go up above everything else. Now, where is it? Where's that effect? That's what I want. Maybe I should give him purple lightning. Pink lightning. That needs to be really bright, vibrant, in your face lightning. So duplicate, set that one to there. Just blurring them a little bit to see what I can do with this, because this is looking quite nice at the moment. I was not sure about this design, and now I quite like this design, which is yeah, it's a bit of a strange sensation. It's like it's telling me you must trust the process more, which is quite cool. So in theory, they should all have that. I should be able to merge those layers. And what I should be able to do is create a new folder out of, is that a normal layer? Yeah, that's the highlights. So what I need to do is create a new folder. Other than that layer, which I can put above the folder, I'll take that one and these and drop them in. And then above that, I can do the layer effects. So layer, correction layer, tunnel curve, red, and usually do we want to add more red? Take it away there. A bit more red for the warmth, but with the blues, we want to kind of just take them away, add them. You want to have the blues added a bit more. Layer, correction layer, level correction. So this is the whole anime thing where it's not quite black. You up the cool, so that works for that. Layer, correction layer, color balance, where we do a few bits, and hopefully this is going to start really popping out now. So let's check the color balance for this all. Highlights, so you want to emphasize the blues, maybe the cyan too. Yeah, add a bit more color into that. Halftones, take the blues out a little bit, or add more. A bit more cyan, a bit more magenta. That looks quite nice. And the shadows, we want to probably pop the blue. No, reverse the blue. Now add a bit more blue, a bit of cyan, and a bit more magenta. Same process. We're just really just riching up, making the colors a bit more richer. Also means we can experiment a bit by upping the hard light color bit. It's quite cool. Is that all of the layers? Layer. I think that's it for that one. So if I convert that to a layer, copy that, lock it, and hide it, you got this really cool effect. And then I'll see what I can do with the background to make the rest of it pop, because this is really looking nice. Not sure who we've got left, but we are coming up to the end of this, about 12:30. So yeah, about another 20 minutes, I expect. Maybe less, but this is looking rather cool. If I go here, so there, tunnel curve, take a bit of red out. Blue, do we want to add more blue? A bit out. That's cool, that goes a bit darker. Layer, correction layer. We want to go with the corrections of the levels because we don't want. What's it? I want it dark, but we also want to. Yeah, that looks quite cool. Do we want a blue aura around them, or do we want to make it a yellow aura? Maybe that's an issue in its own. Maybe that needs to be a. I know that says blue sky, but it's not blue sky. It's a yellow. Oh. Oh. Rainbow aura again, almost. That one or that one? Maybe. Also do purple. Just see what happens with the colors effects. No. Sunset. Now that one's been the best one so far. So I've just messed that up now. How do I undo it? Uh-oh. Ah! Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, we got that gradient. Use that down. And we duplicate it. Change it to color dodge. Nope. Highlight. That's the point. Layer, correction layer, color balance. There's background, which is looking quite cool. So highlights blew up a bit, zone down. Maybe a bit more red. Magenta there. Halftone was a bit more. Shadows some more. I quite like how this is looking so far. This is looking really cool. What do you guys think in chat if you're still about? What do you think of this illustration so far? Not sure what I can call it though. The name of the character. I want to put a character name, but what do I call it? What do we call this? Lubac? Vicario? I'll just put the two names for now. Yeah, maybe that one needs to be on that side. Do we have anybody in the chat? Have we lost everybody? Is it that time of night? Everybody's gone to sleep. So we're basically done here. Oh, hang on, cancel that. I quite like how this has turned out. I don't know about anybody else, but I think this is yeah, if anything, I just need to maybe tone a few bits down. Layer, correction layer, buttons and contrast, and maybe just up the contrast very slightly. And then maybe on that layer, Let's go to a aglow. Get that lighter blue color. And just, it's a bit of a glow. Technically, it doesn't actually have to be linked to it. I'll tweet that in a minute. Glow dodge or color dodge. Should do yellow. Or red. Actually, that looks quite cool. I think I'm stopping it here on the image. I don't know if anybody's about in chat at the end or not. We might have a few people, we might not. But I think this is definitely where I'm going to be stopping this illustration. I don't know what else to do without pushing it too far. But it's quite a nice illustration of Lucario and feedback together. Maybe, yeah, we can have Lucario and feedback this way. That would work. And just have the, let's drop a bit more in opacity, maybe just to bring that down a bit. Or do I turn them to an overlay and up them? Overlay or drop to opacity? I think I quite like it with the overlay. Okay, I think we are done with this illustration. I don't know who's about, but I guess it's time for final thoughts on this one. I have to say, trusting the process is the biggest aspect that you need to do as an artist. Let me take this off full screen. So yeah, initially I wasn't sure about the eye and the design from the rough sketch, but I think this has turned out quite cool. Still not sure about the face, but the colors seem to have made it a lot better, rendering it out. The line art really did look just, yeah, I just was not sure about the line art on this one. So this was really nice to see it come together in the end, this lovely postery type picture. And of course, this is going to be on the store later on for anybody. Actually, this one won't be on the store. Might correct myself. Yeah, this one won't be on the store, but I will probably drop it on the Patreon for people to get access to it. I need to update that with a load of other designs and stuff. But other than that, I would like to thank everybody who joined the stream, stayed till the end, or just popped in and popped out. Appreciate there wasn't really a huge thumbnail for this. It was a bit of an interesting concept, but this will be getting posted on a community post shortly after. And I'm assuming there's no questions from people. So with that said, I think it's time to just say I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.